How you feeling, brother?
Very good.
Abner, you got a big fight coming up in August, right?
August 24th.
Home Depot Center, who you fighting?
I'm fighting Johnny Gonzalez.
Yanni Gonzalez, Abner Mares, Home Depot Center. Make sure you're there with us for this fight. Abner, you've been in the limelight. You've been in Vegas. You've been at Staples. You've been at Home Depot. You've been the man. You're the world champion. Okay? A magnitude fight like this, what does it mean to not just a world champion like you, but also a fan of the sport, man? When you see all these people, all this gente raza, all these different cultures coming to see this, what does that do to a fighter and a fan like yourself also, Abner?
Well, as a fan and as a boxer, this is great. I mean, for the sport, thank you guys for supporting my sport, boxing. Thank you so much. Gracias a todos por apoyar el boxeo, apoyar a la gente, apoyar a Canelo, a Guadalajara, a todo México. Muchas gracias. Que Dios los bendiga y que viva México.
Abner, you had a big fight against Daniel Ponce de Leon, third world title. What was that feeling like? Because, you know, people were saying that the power of Daniel Ponce de Leon, that it was almost a mismatch, you were too small, and you went in there, and to no disrespect to an incredible world champion like Daniel Ponce de Leon, he's amazing, but you went in there and you dominated this fight, man. What was that feeling like being on the undercard of Floyd Money Mayweather, Robert the Ghost Guerrero, and beating a world champion like Daniel Ponce de Leon?
It was a great feeling. I think I stole the night that night. I just stole the show. There was no Mayweather that night. It was Abner Mares. It was a great fight. People got to see a different Abner Mares. People loved my fight, and that's what it's all about. People enjoying good fights. And now I'm fighting August 24th. Don't miss it. August 24th at the Home Depot Center. I'm gonna be fighting Johnny Gonzalez from Mexico City, and it's gonna be a tough fight.
You're a young fighter, Abner, as well as Saul Canelo Alvarez. What does a young, I'm going to get your prediction after this, but I want to ask you, what does a young fighter like Saul Canelo Alvarez, the limelight, Vegas, press, all these people, what does a fighter as young as Canelo have to do to be an experienced fighter like Floyd Money Mayweather? What kind of advice would you give if you were in his corner and you said, hey, this is the advice I would like to give you on how someone young like yourself can go into a ring with a world champion like Floyd Money Mayweather?
Well, it's all mental. I think Canelo's ready. I think mentally he's been in this kind of stage. He's been in TV. He's used to these cameras. He's used to all this hype. And for a young kid, he's really mature. So I think he's got it. All he has to do is train hard, and I'm sure he's going to give a really good fight.
The undisputed pound-for-pound megastar.
Canelo rips a right hand to the body. Has a nice right uppercut by Canelo. Canelo dropping trouble to strike right. Mayweather's right hand has been there all night long. This is his target. It's a brutal combination by Alvarez. His hands are so quick, he can get away with a lot of things. So let's fight it again. Oh, and a right uppercut finds the target. The edge always with Floyd Money Mayweather. A crushing left hand.
Every once in a while, a rare talent comes along. One who has become the all-time pound-for-pound great. One who breaks all the pay-per-view records. One who becomes the highest-paid athlete in the world.
MGM stands for Mayweather Gets Money, and that he does.
The one who is the fastest. The one who has the best defense.
Floyd Mayweather, the king of adaptabilities.
The one who is the smartest, toughest. The one who has the most heart and determination, grit and drive.
And then pops Morel's head back with a right hand.
The one who is undefeated.
17 years champion of the world undefeated.
That one is Floyd Money Mayweather. And then there is the next one. He is the one they call Canelo. At 22 years old with a 78% knockout ratio.
Houston drops him. The ferocious power of Canelo Alvarez. Lethal left hook to the left. For the second time in his career, Lopez on the canvas.
Many think Canelo is the one who is the fastest.
Tattooing Lopez along the road. Canelo Alvarez.
The one who has the best defense.
Good head movement by Canelo.
The one who is the smartest, toughest. The one who has the most heart and determination, grit and drive.
Has a nice right uppercut by Canelo.
The one with a 14-year advantage of youth and vitality.
An electric atmosphere here at the MGM Grand Garden Arena.
The time has come for the bout you've all been waiting for.
Finally, on Saturday, September 14th, it's the one fight the world has asked for.
Gentlemen, let's do this.
The one fight everyone will be watching.
We are set for the main event.
Floyd Money Mayweather versus Saul Canelo Alvarez. Who's the one? The one. Saturday, September 14th, live on pay-per-view.
Good evening, Los Angeles. Must be over 10,000 people here in Los Angeles at LA Live. Big applause to you. 10 cities across the nation, and this is the biggest turnout we have seen. Congratulations, Los Angeles. I want to thank our hosts here, AEG, Michael Roth, Lee Simon, and the CEO, Dan Beckerman. This really is the perfect spot for this kind of setting. This is the final stop of the largest press tour which we have ever put together. It took us across the nation, into Mexico and now Los Angeles. Well over 100,000 fans have cheered on and chanting hard work, dedication, and Canelo, Canelo. It was amazing just to be here now in Los Angeles and see all of you. Before going any further, I want to thank the teams of Golden Boy, Mayweather Promotions, Canelo Promotions, Showtime, and BCA to put together a tour like this. To put together a tour like this is hard work and dedication. I want to thank Lee Simon, our producer. He's there in the green shirt. Hard work, dedication goes for you as well. Kelly Swanson, where's Kelly? Kelly, can you come up here? Tattoo, your very own radio personality and radio host who came across the nation into Mexico and was the MC for all of our press conferences. I want to give them a little gift. And here's yours, Lee. This is the one fight everybody was waiting for. Everybody doubted whether if it's going to happen, but we pulled it off. It is the one event everybody will be watching on September the 14th. This is the best versus the best. Both of these fighters have accomplished a lot. I want to ask now Chuck Champa, the chairman of the Ring Ratings Committee, to come up here for a brief presentation.
Thank you, Richard. The Ring Championship belt is the oldest, the most historic, and the most sought-after title belt in all of boxing. Tonight it's my pleasure to present two belts to two great warriors, Floyd Mayweather Jr., our welterweight champion who defeated Robert Guerrero last May, and Saul Canelo Alvarez, our junior middleweight champion who defeated Austin Trout last April.
This is the best fighting the best. Thank you. Next up, I want to introduce to you an award-winning artist who was first commissioned and discovered by a young Floyd Mayweather 16 years ago. His work has been collected by many prominent art collectors and celebrities, including Donald Trump, Muhammad Ali, and Nelson Mandela. Mayweather Promotions, Golden Boy Promotions, and Canelo Promotions are proud to announce Richard Sloan as the official artist of the one, Mayweather versus Canelo. Richard, please come up and unveil the painting, which will be used for special commemorative tickets for this big event, and there will be limited edition prints available as well. Congratulations, well done, Richard. Records are here to be broken. In 2007, Floyd Mayweather and Oscar de la Hoya established the all-time record for the biggest live gate in the history of boxing in Las Vegas. And they established the biggest record for pay-per-view, shattering the previous record held by Tyson and Holyfield by almost 30% to 2.5 million pay-per-view homes. Well, Los Angeles, the first record has been broken. This fight already generated the biggest live gate in the history of boxing. Based on the reception and interest we have received, including right here in Los Angeles, I am convinced now that this fight will break the all-time pay-per-view record as well. Over 160 countries around the world will be televising the one. Here in the United States, there will be many platforms available for you to be part of it and seeing this great event. Live from the MGM Grand Garden in Las Vegas, if you were lucky to get a ticket. Live on closed circuit in all 11 of the MGM Resort properties, where right now over 20,000 seats are available. The early sales are absolutely unprecedented, and we will see that we can increase the closed circuit number to over 40,000 seats in Las Vegas. So make your reservations, be part of it in Las Vegas. Those seats are available for $100 by calling Ticketmaster. Marcos. On closed circuit, in thousands of restaurants and bars across the nation, the fight will be shown. And what is an exclusive to Mayweather Promotion and Golden Boy Promotions, this fight will be seen on the big screen as well in over 400 movie theaters across the nation. And yes, the best seat in the house is the one in your living room, on your couch, and there are plenty of tickets available there. You can watch it on Showtime pay-per-view. Don't miss it. Be part of it. I want to thank our sponsors, Corona, which will be activating in over 30,000 retail locations, O'Reilly Auto Parts, which will activate all their stores across the nation in all 50 states, Valvoline, he's the #1 pay-per-view attraction in the world. He's the #1 fighter in the world, pound for pound. He's the one who defines boxing for this generation and maybe for any generation. He is considered by many as the all-time great. He's the one who defines style, fashion, showbiz. He is the one. Love him or hate him, everyone has to respect his skills. With hard work and dedication, he shows all of us that anything is possible. But will there be a new one? Will there be the next one on September the 14th when he faces Saul Canelo Alvarez? Los Angeles, I've seen it across the nation. I've seen it in Mexico. Canelo Mania is sweeping the United States. Saul Alvarez is the Mexican James Dean with a cult-like following. He is the one Mexico has been waiting for, to carry on with their proud tradition of the best fighters in the world coming from Mexico. Will he be the one who will give Floyd Mayweather his first loss? He is the bigger one. He's the younger one. He's the stronger one. And sorry, Floyd, he's the better looking one. Los Angeles, what do you think? Who will be the one?
Uh-oh. He ain't the highest paid one.
Since 2007, Golden Boy Promotions and Mayweather Promotions have enjoyed a great working relationship, the beneficiary of which has been you, the fans. Floyd has built up a top-notch team around him with his legendary advisor, Al Heyman, and of course, the CEO of Mayweather Promotion, Leonard Ellerby. It's a pleasure for me now to introduce to you Leonard Ellerby.
And obviously our partner, Golden Boy Promotions, for this huge event we're going to have on September the 14th. Los Angeles has been a critical supporter of Floyd Mayweather throughout the years. And on behalf of Mayweather Promotions, we would like to thank you for all your support for over the years. And come September the 14th, we promise you this will be a great fight. Thank you.
Thank you, Leonard. When it comes to boxing, Las Vegas is the one. When it comes to boxing venues, the MGM is the one. And when it comes to venue executives, the president of sports and entertainment of all the MGM resort properties, my good friend Richard Sturm, is the one. It's a pleasure for me now to introduce to you the president of sports and entertainment of all the MGM properties, Richard Sturm.
Thank you, Richard. Good evening, everyone, to the media, the fighters, the fans, here in Los Angeles and worldwide, and our partners at Golden Boy Promotions, Mayweather Promotions, and Showtime Pay-Per-View. We're expecting another blockbuster event in September. These two undefeated champions will truly entertain the fans of the Mexican Independence Day weekend at MGM Grand. I know I say this all the time, but it's true. Floyd Mayweather will return to his home at MGM Grand looking for his 45th consecutive win. He will be coming off another sensational win only 2 months ago when he defeated Robert Guerrero inside the sold-out MGM Grand Arena. It also is a pleasure to welcome back Canelo Alvarez. Alvarez has emerged as a Mexican icon at only 22 years of age and continues to impress his opponents and fans with impressive victories by way of powerful punches, tremendous speed, and boxing skills inside the ring. We'd like to give a special thanks to Oscar de la Hoya, Richard Schaefer, and the entire Golden Boy promotion staff, Al Heyman, Leonard Ellaby, and the Mayweather Promotions team, Team Alvarez and their staff, our good friend Steven Espinoza with Showtime, and of course Keith Kaiser of the Nevada State Athletic Commission. We look forward to seeing you September at the MGM Grand for this very, very exciting event. Thank you.
Thank you, Richard. Remember the $100 closed circuit seats available at the MGM properties along the Strip in Las Vegas. The fight will be shown live on Showtime pay-per-view. In early 2012, a new president of sports for Showtime was named. His roots for boxing date back to his early childhood, when his late grandfather ignited the passion for the sport in him. I don't know any boxing fan, bigger boxing fan than Steven Espinoza. The beneficiary of which today is the sport of boxing, who has seen the best fighting the best live on Showtime and now on Showtime pay-per-view. There's no question about it that today Showtime is the leading premium subscription network when it comes to boxing, because the best fight on Showtime. It is a pleasure now for me to introduce to you the president of Showtime Sports, Steven Espinoza.
For more than 25 years, Showtime and Showtime pay-per-view have been bringing you the biggest stars in boxing. From Marvin Hagler and Tommy Hearns, to Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield, and Julio Cesar Chavez. They all fought on Showtime. And today, Showtime continues to be the destination for big-time boxing. The best fighters and the biggest fights are on Showtime. If you've been watching Showtime the last few months, you've seen this man, the pound-for-pound king, Floyd Mayweather, as you've never seen him before. All access, raw and uncut. You've also seen Floyd in yet another masterpiece performance in a dominating win over Robert Guerrero. Also on Showtime, you've seen Saul El Canelo Alvarez in the signature win of his career over Austin Trout in front of 40,000 screaming fans at a sold-out Alamodome in San Antonio. And now Showtime pay-per-view is proud to be bringing you these two superstars in what can only be called a mega fight. The one, Mayweather versus Canelo. The one fight you've all been waiting for. The one fight you've all been watching. September 14th will be one of those rare occasions, the two biggest stars in the sport, the two biggest fan bases. We have America's #1 fighter, Floyd Money Mayweather, versus Mexico's #1 fighter, Saul El Canelo Alvarez. We have the #1 pound-for-pound boxer on the face of the earth, Floyd Mayweather, versus the #1 new young star of the sport, Canelo Alvarez. September 14th will be your opportunity to be part of boxing history. Don't miss it.
Thank you, Steven. I want to acknowledge as well Leslie Moonves, the chairman and CEO of CBS, the parent company of Showtime. He's as passionate about boxing as Steven is. Leslie has taken CBS to the undisputed position when it comes to network television. CBS is #1. He has a strong and firm commitment to Showtime and do exactly the same with Showtime. His passion for boxing is legendary. He attends most of the fights. Thank you, Leslie, for being part of this great sport. Now, I'm going to introduce to you a person who doesn't need much introduction. He's an all-time great. He's a 10-time world champion in 6 different weight classes. As a matter of fact, his statue is right here, right over there, next to Magic Johnson, Wayne Gretzky, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and Jake Hearn. He is Los Angeles. He is the president of Golden Boy Promotions, and yes, he is the Golden Boy, my friend Oscar de la Hoya.
Thank you very much, Los Angeles. First of all, I would like to thank our new mayor, Eric Garcetti. Congratulations. We will make you proud, and I know you will make us proud. So congratulations on becoming our next mayor for Los Angeles. Also, I want to express my gratitude. I want to thank a man who I believe hasn't been thanked in all of this press tour. He's a man who works hard. He is a man who countless hours and days and nights makes the commitment, the efforts to put this together, to make this happen. And that is my friend, Richard Schaefer. Richard. We have seen over 100,000 people, over 125,000 people in the 11-city tour that we've been on. And I want to thank all the fans who have made this possible, because without you fans, this wouldn't be possible. This will not happen without you guys. So muchas gracias por todo el apoyo que le dan al boxeo. This is the event that I believe will break the all-time records. After traveling 11 cities with Floyd Money Mayweather, the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world, and after traveling with Saul Canelo Alvarez, the fighter, the champion, the hero, the people's champion from Mexico, now I believe that this fight will be the best fight that we've seen in the history of the sport. I know for sure that Mayweather will bring his A game like always. He will be in great shape. He will bring everything to the table. But I am convinced that Saul Canelo Alvarez will win September 14th. Muchas gracias, Los Ángeles. Primeramente, le quiero dar gracias a todo el público, a toda la gente, a toda la raza, a todos los latinos. Muchas gracias por todo el apoyo. Esta pelea sí va a ser una pelea difícil, una pelea fuerte para ambos. Pero estoy bien seguro que Mayweather, como siempre, va a estar bien preparado y va a estar listo para septiembre 14. Pero septiembre 14, después de viajar 11 ciudades y viajar a México, viajar a Nueva York, a Texas, viendo a Saúl, viéndolo entrenar, la dedicación, el trabajo que le pone a sus entrenamientos, a su gente, a su público, yo estoy convencido que septiembre 14 va a ganar nuestro campeón. Now before we introduce the champion, I would like to introduce his team. Primeramente de presentar a su equipo, quiero presentarles a una persona que sin él, el Canelo Álvarez no estuviese aquí. Les quiero presentar el entrenador, Eddie Reynoso, para unas palabras. Eddie.
Buenas noches, antes que nada, es un orgullo como mexicano ver tantos mexicanos aquí apoyando a un boxeador.
Before anything, good evening to everybody. It's a great pleasure to see all these people supporting us.
El boxeo mexicano es por historia grande. El boxeador mexicano tiene la grandeza desde nacimiento. Para ganar una pelea grande hay que prepararse fuerte, hay que entrenar, hay que hacer las cosas bien. Pero lo más importante es tener huevos y determinación para ganar una pelea grande. Y el 14 de septiembre van a ver a un muchacho de 22 años que eso le sobra para ganarle a Floyd Mayweather. Gracias.
Mexico has a great history of champions. They're born with it. But not only that, to win, you have to have balls. And Canelo has enough balls to win this fight. Thank you.
Gracias, thank you very much. También les quiero presentar para que conozcan al entrenador y su gran amigo Chepo Reynoso.
Buenas noches, gracias a todos ustedes. Es un honor ver tanta gente. Se enchina el cuerito, pero el 14 de septiembre todo esto va a tener su recompensa, porque el 14 de septiembre Las Vegas será testigo que ha nacido un nuevo rey. Es grande este mexicano y su palabra es la ley. Brindemos por el Canelo y que viva el nuevo rey. Gracias.
It's a great honor to be here tonight, to see all these people and supporting us. And September 14th, there's going to be a new king. Canelo's going to be the new king, and you guys will be witness. Thank you very much.
Without any further ado, he is boxing's biggest star, hailing out of Guadalajara, Jalisco, México. De Guadalajara, Jalisco, México, con un récord de 42-0, 30 knockouts, Saúl El Canelo Álvarez.
Quiero agradecerles a todos en cada una de las ciudades que he ido. El apoyo, la buena vibra que me han dado es incomparable.
I want to thank everybody for all the support, all the cities we've been to. The support has been incredible. Thank you.
Ustedes son los que me hacen levantarme cada mañana, los que me hacen entrenar más fuerte para ganar.
You guys are the ones that make me get up in the morning to train hard and to win.
En el boxeo, todos tenemos nuestro tiempo. Y este es el mío.
In boxing, everybody has their time, and this is my time.
El 14 de septiembre, no nomás yo voy a ganar. Vamos a ganar todos juntos.
September 14th, I'm not the only one that's going to win. We're all going to win together.
Gracias por todo su apoyo y que Dios los bendiga a todos. Gracias.
Thank you for all the support, and God bless you. Thank you.
Gracias, Canelo. Now up to the podium to introduce the money team is the CEO of Mayweather Promotions, Leonard Ellerby.
Simply the best. I repeat, simply the best. The pound for pound, best fighter in the whole world. I repeat, 8-time world champion in 5 different weight classes. The former super featherweight champion. The former lightweight champion. The former 2-time welterweight champion. The former WBC super welterweight champion. The current WBC welterweight champion and the current WBA super welterweight champion, none other than the man himself, Floyd Money Mayweather.
work is what? All work is what? All work is what? First off, I want to thank the fans. I want to thank the media. I want to thank all the writers. But today is a special day. A very special day. This is the first time in my career I ever shared the podium with my mother. My 3 beautiful children. That's the meaning of hard work and dedication right there. I'm truly blessed to be where I'm at. I couldn't do it without a tremendous team. Al Heyman, you're unbelievable. Thank you. Leonard, my big brother, I couldn't choose a better man to run the company for me than yourself. The Schaefer family, of course, you know I gotta have some gifts for you guys. Come on up. Of course, I gotta have a gift from one of my favorite guys who got me the biggest deal in sports history. Steven, come on up, my man. And it's the hat from the last fight. They said, say the best for last. I've been working hand in hand with this man, and every time I get a chance to say thank you to this guy, I can't really speak about Oscar, but one thing I can tell you, Richard Schaefer is golden boy. You know, Canelo is a young, strong champion. Mayweather loves Mexico. I'm going to continue to work hard, dedicate myself to my craft, and I just sit back and think about it at night. You know, when I think about certain fighters, they said, Mayweather, you know you facing Canelo. I said, yeah, but can you just tell me 10 world champions that he beat? Just 10. That's all I ask. Just 10. Then I say, you know what? I've been sitting on the top of the throne for 17 years. Every time they get a guy, they build him up. And you know what I do? Respect. It's so crazy that Canelo is such a big star, but he's never been on pay-per-view unless he was on my undercard. But he's such a big star. He's such a big star, Oscar. And you know, as I sit back here and I think, you know, I go into my mental Rolodex and I just think about certain things like how Oscar gave, you know, you know what? You might well call me the golden boy because I done beat everybody on your whole crew. Last time I checked. I'm young, I'm fly, I'm flashy, I'm rich. if it's good. See you September 14th.
Thank you, Floyd. Thank you, and I just want to say, I'm really blessed to be able to work for the owner of Golden Boy, Oscar de la Hoya, and to work with Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather, as I said before, is one in a generation, and I think all of us who are boxing fans have to appreciate what Floyd Mayweather stands for. His skills are second to none, but on September the 14th, it will be a real test. It will be a big test, because as I said before, this is the best fighting the best. And you as the fans are the beneficiary of that. Thank you all. Thank you, Los Angeles. We see you all on September the 14th in Las Vegas or live on Showtime pay-per-view. Thank you.
Fourth.
Canelo has done his interviews. He will exit the stage. Mr. Mayweather will do his interviews on the stage. I need Deadline Television to start lining up on the Canelo side. We'll bring you up there. Print media, stay right where you are. Be patient. Television, please make your way down to the front of the stage on the Canelo side so we can line you up for your interviews. Thank you. Everybody else stay where they are. Nobody come on the stage from the red carpet, please. Make your way to the Canelo side of the stage. Print media, stay where you are. We will try to get as much done as we can.